You're getting pampered. The tables have turned.
Yeah. Where's the oxygen?
The Y chromosome needs the oxygen on the peel.
Oh, actually, you know what you get today?
A fan.
Which hopefully works.
Okay, so what is this peel called?
So it's called a VI peel by the Vitality Institute. It's one of my favorite peels because I've been doing it since 2013, and just over time, patients love the peel. It carries little to no downtime. And when I say downtime, I mean like you can still live your life, you can still, you know, go outside, you can still put some makeup on.
Oh, nice.
But what's great about it is it really helps to lift some of the fine lines, even out some of the pigmentation. For Clayton in particular, you know, I love freckles, but he's just got a little combination of sunspots, some static lines around the eyes, and it's just gonna give him a nice refresh.
Yes, we love that.
Beforehand. So I think it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Look at you. Cute.
The skin boosters, this has hydroquinone in it to help lighten up some of the pigmentation, and also vitamin C and some other active. Greasing the skin, which is super important before any kind of peel, because when we go to apply the actual peel material, you want to have a nice even coat, and oil can sort of interfere with that even coat. I like your hair like this.
Thank you. I like your hair in a little hat.
You like it? Oh, Clayton, are you here? What's happening? Oh my god. Sorry.
So funny.
Dude, it's strong though.
I know it's really strong.
It's like a bottle of Everclear or something. That's it, huh?
So we do 3 to 4 coats. You can see I'm going into the hairline a little bit. How's it feeling?
Fine.
Fine, right?
I'm gonna have to try this.
Oh, it's so good, Delaney. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
I could do this all day.
I mean, clearly, you're just
Right.
great.
I'm feeling relaxed.
I love this. This is what it's like to be the patient.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Homer Simpson. Delaney's turn. Well, art project for sure.
Alright, I've shared this fun fact about me before, but my favorite thing to do on social media, my guilty pleasure, if you will, is watching food videos and recipes. So actually recently I've gotten Clayton kind of into it too.
I'm hooked.
And we'll lay in bed together and scroll on my phone just of recipes and be like, does this one look good? And we have to agree that it looks good, and then I save it.
It's fun.
It's really fun. We'll do it for 30 minutes.
People make the craziest stuff.
Yeah, they do. And a lot of times when we make the recipes, they're actually kind of a fail.
Oh, yeah.
More often than not. But today when we were going to the grocery store, I was like, oh, I've saved so many desserts recently. We should make a dessert this week. And then this one was very viral. It literally had 1 million likes, and it seemed kind of on the healthier side of some of the other ones that I had saved. So it's basically, this is what they look like. They're like little turtles.
There.
Chopped up strawberries with vanilla yogurt. Then you freeze that, and then after you freeze that, you put peanut butter on them, freeze it again, and then you dip them in chocolate with coconut oil, and then freeze it again. And now here we are.
So you want before they melt?
I think I want that one.
Okay.
Because it has less chocolate. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, it's too cold. It's too cold.
Hey, wait. Ow. Ow.
I also got really nervous.
Does that mean we overfroze them? Ow.
After we made them, I looked at the comments and people were saying they tasted bad.
I think it tastes pretty good, but it's too frozen.
I think it tastes good, but also the chocolate chips we use, I could literally just put these in a yogurt and I feel like it would be the same thing. Like this was a lot of work.
Like why did I freeze all this?
It was a lot of work. Oh, I think it's kind of a fail, babe.
The problem is, like, it's exactly what you're saying. I could have taken a strawberry, chopped it up, put it in a bowl of yogurt, put chocolate chips in there and peanut butter, and you're good.
And then people were also saying you have to eat them like right now. Because if you refreeze them, they're like too frozen.
Ours are too frozen.
No, like.
Even more than this.
Oh yeah. Like overnight?
No, but like ours are. I think like they were still supposed to be all like gooey or something.
Whoa. They said you can let them thaw out.
And they're messier than all heck.
But I definitely think, because these have only been in there for maybe 2 hours max for their whole lifetime. If you put these in overnight, they're like a whole different ballgame.
Right.
Oh man, that was a fail, I think, babe. I mean, like, it's fine. Coconut milk from the farmer's market, though. Low-key, the best thing I've ever tasted.
Yeah, just drink the coconut milk.
Just like for the amount of work and effort, and even like, I don't know. This wasn't working. Don't do it, guys. Have you seen that post? Because you probably have, because it's so viral.
100,000,000 likes.
I'm sorry. The girl's cool. And she loves them. And I love that for her, but for us, I don't think this is the one. I should have gone with those chocolate chip. No, they were chocolate chip cookies. It was like, if you are always picking chocolate chips out of your chocolate chip cookies, these are for you, and that's me. I like the like cookie part of the chocolate chip cookie. I don't really like the chocolate chips at all. I kind of feel like I need to like cut them too. I don't like handling them.
Yeah. Get melted chocolate all over your hand. I don't know. I'm gonna need to retire those phones. Go back to cookbooks.
Let's give the no chocolate chip cookies a try before.
Go back to grandma's recipe book. Stop fooling with all this viral.
Bro, you're giving me weird vibes.
Stop fooling with all this viral shit.
Okay, Clayton.
I'll have another one.
You're such a hater.
I'm not a hater, dude. This is just what always happens.
No, those chocolate chip cookies. I gotta read
We put in all the work. No, the chocolate chip ones will be fire because it's like, it's a cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not trying to be a healthy cookie. It's not trying to be a protein cookie.
The problem is I need to start reading the comments before we buy the ingredients and stuff.
Yeah.
Because those people will let you in on the...
I'm gonna try another one and see if it tastes any better.
Okay.
Look at this one.
That's a beauty.
Coated.
That was just kind of a lot of work. Like, I'm kind of sad. Was it fire?
It's not fire by any means. Is it kind of good? It's kind of good. But is it a mess? Took a lot of work. Doesn't taste revolutionary?
Yeah. I like the noise they make when you bite into them. It's giving Klondike bar.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Nothing. That's what I used to always say.
That's what you used to say.
Yeah.
When people would ask you or what?
Yeah.
Who asked you that?
Your friends didn't ask you that?
Like, what even is that?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah.
You ever heard that?
No, I have, but...
What would you do for a Klondike bar? I'd be like, nothing. Because I didn't like them.
You don't like the Klondike bar?
I didn't really like Klondike
I
bar.
don't think anyone actually ever asked me that. Because what, were they going to give you one? Like... Was that the slogan to those things?
I think so.
What would you do for one of those?
Nothing.
Okay, today is nail day. I'm about to head to the salon, and if you guys saw my last nail experience, I can't remember if I vlogged it or not, but I posted TikTok about it for sure. But basically, these nails were for my bachelorette, and I got a little catfish off social media. So these were supposed to be like super, they are super sparkly, but only in flash, and then they kind of just look gray otherwise, which is actually my least favorite color. So it was like a little bit of a debacle, I feel. So today we're getting those fixed. However, I am still trapped in bridal nail era. So I'm going to trial out my wedding nails actually today. I've had the color before. It's mixing two colors. I forget what I think it's called Eye Gel is the brand. And it's like a nude, like a sheer nude and a sheer pink. And I really like the combo. It's really pretty and natural. It goes with everything. I've gotten chrome on it before. So I want to trial it out today and see if I like it without chrome. And then I think that will be my wedding nail color. We're going to try it out today. See how we feel. I'm going to go do that. Get my toes done too. Okay, and on the way to the nail salon, I go. Rare sighting. It's actually not that rare. I think I talk about this every time that I do like a driving clip, but people, not as much anymore, but back in the day everyone used to be like, do you drive? Do you have your license? Blah blah, because it's like, I never showed myself driving, because normally when you're driving you wouldn't like show it, obviously. But I'm driving to the nail salon. Hands-free. Just driving. I'll barely look at you guys, so don't worry, I'm not being unsafe. But I wanted to share an update on some wedding planning things. So I feel like I am a pretty chill bride. I definitely do not like think of myself as a bridezilla, or even just, you know, in general, like I'm pretty chill about our wedding, I feel like. But I am kind of stressed right now because our wedding is literally right around the corner, and I still don't have my wedding dress. So as much as I'm chill and I want to be chill, I'm like, that is kind of like one of the most important things. I mean, above all else, and always and forever, the most important thing of this whole experience is just that you're marrying the person that you love so much, and like you're connected to that and grounded to that. I've talked about that before on the vlogs. That is like my core value of this whole experience. So I'm holding on to that through everything. That is like my grounding thought and ideology behind all this. You guys know, if you've watched my channel for a while, I am not even that big on traditional marriage. Like, I was totally fine never getting married for my whole life. I also never fully ruled it out and said I would never get married, but I was just like, I never prioritized it, and I was like, I could totally be good just being like married in our hearts forever. We don't have to do the legal thing, we don't have to do the party, whatever. I kind of just left the ball in Clayton's court, because I'm like, I'm good either way. Whereas I think most girls, or a lot of girls, are really, you know, they love the idea of marriage, they love the idea of a wedding. I've had a lot of marriages in my life, had a lot of divorces in my life, like between my parents. They've both been married 3 times, and that, I think, just unfortunately tainted me a little bit on the idea of a traditional marriage. So I've been detached from it for a very long time, for probably most of my life. But now that I'm here, now that we're doing this, I'm having fun with it. I'm like, you know what? Weddings are beautiful. I've always thought that. I've always loved the aesthetic of weddings. I've always loved like the party aspect. I just had like a weird thing about marriage because I had been through so many broken marriages basically as a child. But anyways, I feel like that has kind of made me like a chiller bride too, because I never had like a lot of pressure on a wedding. Like, I was never dreaming of this wedding for my whole life, or you know how girls say that they dreamt of their wedding day for the whole life. I'm not like that, so I'm pretty chill. But I feel like this situation is like forcing me to be a little concerned, because it's just like, I really should have my wedding dress right now and I don't, and it's a little bit stressful. So that's what's going on. Ooh, that's what's going on. And I feel like a lot of girls, unfortunately, a lot of brides can probably relate to that, because I know a few of my friends have had like situations with their dresses right before their wedding. Like, one of my friends, her wedding dress literally looked nothing like the dress that she picked out when she got it a few weeks or months before her wedding. And I was watching a TikTok today of a girl that I follow. Her wedding dress looks completely different than when she picked it out, and she's getting married very soon. So I know that it happens, and in the end I know it will work out and it will all be fine. But we're just really coming down to the wire, and I'm like, I would just feel a lot better if I knew that I had my dress in my possession and it was good to go. Like, it looked good on me, it fit right, we were just, everything was good. So anyways, why did I keep putting my blinker on? Okay. No. I meant to do that, and I did my blinker. I made an appointment today. I called the girl. I said, look, my wedding is a few weeks. Could you do my alterations in time? And she's like, that is really tight, but I could make it work. So my dress hopefully should be to me by Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And I have an appointment with this tailor on Friday. So fingers crossed, everyone said good vibes, that the dress gets figured out and it gets to me in time, because that would just make me feel a lot better. I do have my welcome dress already, welcome party dress, and I do have my after party dress, so that is good, but I need the main dress to be with us and well. So send good vibes, good thoughts, good energy for that, and I am so looking forward to the day that I am no longer planning a wedding, because it's just so many moving parts and it's a lot of work. Obviously there's so many things to consider, like all the time, whether it be like seating chart, shot list for family photos, shoes for your wedding, sorting the hair and makeup schedule for all the girls, getting the bridesmaids dresses sorted, getting your wedding dress sorted, picking out the menu, what it looks like, what food you want on it, what are your signature cocktails, like all this stuff. There's just so many little details, and that's what makes a wedding so special. Like, that is why it is so much work, and why it turns out amazing, is because it's so much work. So I know that it's all gonna be worth it, and I appreciate it, but I am so looking forward to the day that I wake up and I'm like, I don't have to pick out any of these things. Oh, I'm back over here. That was a wild ride. But yeah, I know it's all gonna be worth it. I know it's gonna be beautiful, but it's just gonna be so nice when I wake up and I'm like, I don't have to pick out any of that stuff. I don't have to like coordinate things with anyone, because the thing that I find with doing stuff like this is I am such an organized person, and I'm really reliable to myself. Like, I always get things done that I need to get done. I can count on me, right? You can't count on other people. Like, you can count on yourself. And when you are a really organized, like, I just make sure I always get stuff done type of person, I feel like it's extra disappointing when people aren't. So this whole situation has just been like at the mercy of other people and how they move and how they operate, and that is hard for me. So that is my wedding update, rant, vent for the day.
Having my little...
Where's the cinnamon?
It's on there.
Light dusting.
My little snack. This is a lit snack right here. I decided I like my bananas.
This really fall apart.
I decided I like my bananas very unripe.
Unripe?
Yeah. I think these are too ripe for me. We're about to have a meeting with our photographer though. I think it's the first one we've had with her. Maybe we had a phone call when we booked her. But this will be the first one to nailing down kind of everything we have envisioned for the wedding. A little bit of scheduling, inspo, stuff like that. Check it off the list. Something that needs to get done.
Alright, where are we sitting? On the bench. Two on the bench.
Hello.
Hi, can you see me okay?
How are you?
We are just running around, getting some things done, staying busy. How's your day?
I'm sure it's very stressful at the same time, but also kind of fun.
Yeah, no, it's been good. We're just, I feel like you probably see this all the time, but just coming down to the wire, like things, we're just like putting out fires everywhere, it feels like.
Just to confirm, you'll be there on the welcome party night as well?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we just figured like it's maybe a little bit easier for like my grandparents and stuff to do it like at the house before, instead of like on the property, like making them, you know, climb around or whatever. So one probably just like traditional photo of like all of us, the whole bridal party, maybe like a few different poses of like the girls, and then one of the guys, like a few for each of us, because that would be nice to have.
Yeah, that's like just girls, just guys.
Yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
Like, not like going to like different spots or whatever, but maybe just
something a little creative or different.
Yeah. There is like a little balcony thing, right?
In the front.
In the front. I thought that could be like a cool spot to take a picture.
Yeah, I'll sort it out so that one of us is with, like in the car, and then one of us is at the ceremony.
Yeah. We're back in the car. Well, now I'm passenger princess. As I usually am. We just finished our call with our wedding photographer and it went really well. I feel like that's nice to check off the list and just like have the communication, like everything's good, we're good to go. Really excited.
There's like not much to do for it before because it's
for the photos. Yeah, just like
it's all just gonna happen on the
sent her some mood boards of things that I like. We talked about some timeline things and like everything with like different family members and what kind of photos we want and yada yada yada. So that was good, and we thought that this would be like a fun little segment for pre-wedding too. So on, I think it was Clayton's bachelorette video, or Clayton's, why do I always call it, Caitlin did that the other day too, we call the boy ones bachelorette too. Clayton's bachelor party. Bachelorette is more of a fun word.
It is.
But there was a comment on his video like, I would love to know how you met everyone in your bridal party and like how long you've known them and everything. So we thought that would be something fun to share. So like a little story time. So a shout out to the person that commented that. We thought that we would share that, and actually right now we are on the way to one of our groomsmen and bridesmaids' houses. JC and Leif are moving right now, and we text them today and we're like, happy moving day, let us know if you need help. And then they're like, actually we could use a little help. So we're like, say less, we're on the way. So that's what we're doing. Me and my long nails will probably not be doing much.
Yeah, don't risk those.
But these long nails did type that message. So, you know, I'm not for nothing. But I think they're gonna need your help mostly, babe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Anyways, we'll go over our bridal party. So my maid of honor is my best friend from high school. Her name is Casey. I don't like post my friends and family who aren't on social media very often, just because I feel like they don't like sign up for those things necessarily, because it is kind of a, you know, invasive way of life. So I'm sure you guys have seen Casey on my socials at some point. She just recently had a baby 2 months ago, and I love her baby and her. I met her when I was 15 or 14 years old, before I started high school actually, when we were in line getting books. And we have been basically inseparable ever since. We've been friends for, what is that, like 17 years? We've been friends for 17 years.
Dang,
and
that's a long time.
she is literally like family to me. I love her entire family. She is literally my sister. I love her so much. And that's how I know my maid of honor. How do you know your
Yeah, my best man is Kale, whose wife is also one of Delaney's groomsmen. And, damn it. Grooms.
Liv, you're my groomsman.
Bridesmaid. Bridesman. But yeah, we met them while we were living in Marina Del Rey pre-COVID, 2018 or 19.
Yeah. So we've been friends with them for how many years is that?
So 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just became really close with them and
love them so much.
Get along with them so well.
They're like family to us as well.
I was actually the best man in Kale's wedding a year ago as well.
Yes, and I was a bridesmaid for Liv. So now we're doing the whole switcheroo. But yeah, Kale and Clayton have such an awesome relationship. I love seeing them together. They just like really, really care for each other. And they're just so cute together. So I love it.
That's sweet.
And I love your guys' friendship.
So all of them are all couples, except for Casey, her maid of honor.
Yes.
And then one of my groomsmen, Adam, who I've known since I was, I think, 2 years old. We were neighbors on the same street, and yeah, we started having play dates when we were like 2.
So cute.
And then went through elementary school, middle school, high school together.
Yep.
And stayed super close through all those years. Like we were always best friends. So.
Yeah. I love Adam.
Yeah. And
He's such a good guy.
Yeah, we've known each other forever.
You guys probably saw Adam in Clayton's batch vlog. Casey and Liv actually did not come on my bachelorette because they both had babies 2 months ago. Their babies are actually like 2 days apart. They were 2 months postpartum at the time of my batch, so that's why they weren't there. And then you guys also probably saw Rick. Well, I know you saw Rick.
Yeah, definitely saw Rick.
Clay's batch vlog. he's gonna be our officiant.
Yeah, he's not technically a groomsman. He's like an honorary groomsman.
Yeah.
He's really our officiant.
Yes, and he's a great friend of Clayton since high school too.
Yeah, he's freshman year of high school, so same as Casey.
Yeah, and I've known Rick for like as long as I've known Clayton, and I love that guy. I love all your friends from back home. They're all really nice guys, and they're fun to be around.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the reason that the rest of our bridal party is couples, or not like the reason, but just a little bit of backstory on that. So we are obviously a little bit older than maybe like the average age of getting married, I think. We're 31 and 30, and I think our friendships with people are a lot of couples friendships now, because Clayton and I are really close and we like spending a lot of time together, and then we like spending time together with our friends who then also have a significant other, so then we become like best friends with the significant other.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like the way that our life goes. We spend a lot of time hanging out in couples because we just find it convenient, and we don't do like a lot of only boys or only girls, which we know that's good too. Maybe we'll do more of that because we had fun doing that on our batches, but we just spend a lot of time with couples. Okay, so then for our couples, I have 2 matrons of honor because these girls are just so near and dear to my heart, and I've been friends with both of them since like around the same time, which is probably like almost 7 years ago, and that is Samira and Molly. So those were 2 of my very first friends that I ever made when I moved to Southern California, and I met them both through the industry, so on social media, on Instagram, through DM, which is honestly the way that I've made most of my friends later in life, just because this job is super consuming, and then you just find people who are also doing it and you're like, hey, do you want to shoot? And then you just end up becoming friends, and that's how I met both Samira and Molly.
That was right when we had just moved down here too.
Yeah.
Trying to network, meet people.
Yes. I just love them both so much, and they're my matrons of honor because they're both married, and they slay, and they're perfect, and they're awesome, and I love them.
Yeah, both of their husbands, Drew and Iden, are my groomsmen.
Yes.
And inherently, you know, the wives or girlfriends at the time become friends, and then we all just start hanging out.
Yeah. So like with Drew and
Couple great
Molly,
guys.
we used to hang out with them all the time, and during COVID, they were like our COVID pod. Like it was just the 4 of us all the time. We basically survived COVID together, and we are so grateful for that. And then if you guys have followed for a long time, Molly used to work with us when we did Boyd, and she helped with everything. She's incredible at stuff like that, and they're just the best people. They moved to Florida, so we don't get to see them as often, but we're just as close in our hearts. And then Samira and Iden, we see them literally like
At least once a week.
at least, but honestly it's like 3
Increasing
to
it
4
to
times.
twice a week these days.
No, or more.
No, it's
Babe, sometimes it's more.
Name.
Sometimes it's Friday, Sunday, Thursday. We'll do like sporadic stuff with them a lot.
Yeah.
Because they like live nearest to us, so we'll just do random stuff. We go to dinner all the time, or they'll be like, do you want to go to Costco, which, sorry guys, we've turned you down recently on that, but just like random stuff like that. So they're all like family. We love them.
Hunter and Julia.
Hunter and Julia we've known
obviously.
since 2019 as well.
I think it was early 2020.
Early 2020?
Yeah, it was.
No,
Oh, no, it was 2020, yeah. When they came over to our apartment in Marina Del Rey.
right before the pandemic?
Yeah, it was
Really?
2020.
It was right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. Run back the tape.
Huh.
It was like January 2020.
Okay,
So that puts us like 4.5 years.
Okay. Yes.
And again, kind of at this age, you know, friendships, and we were all very similar. Like, you just become bonded very quickly, I feel like.
Yeah.
When you find people that you mesh with.
Yeah. I feel like we've known them for so much longer.
I know, it
than
feels
that.
like we've known them forever.
I need to roll the tapes.
Well, you guys have been following each other.
Yes. So the way that I actually started following Julia was probably 2019 or 18.
No, it was 18 or 17.
We were both in New York for New York Fashion Week, and we were both doing a takeover on Windsor's channel, like on different days. But I was like watching their stories and whatever, and then she was doing a takeover. I'm like, oh, this girl's so cute, I'm gonna follow her. And then
That was probably like 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
And then we were just mutuals. They obviously lived in Texas, we lived in California, so we never saw them at anything or whatever.
And the craziest thing though is that we both lived in the San Francisco Bay Area
at the same time. Yes.
Like,
but we didn't know each
prior
other.
to us living in SoCal and prior to them living in Texas.
The battery died. Okay, but yeah, so we lived in the Bay Area at the same time, but we never knew each other there, and then they moved to Texas. We moved to Southern California, but we didn't follow each other when they lived in the Bay Area, right?
No, but it's just crazy that we were right there.
Yeah.
Didn't cross past them though.
But then they came to LA one time, I guess in 2020, you're saying.
Yeah,
I think it was
January 2020. Roll back the tape. You can go find us making TikToks, doing some dances.
We came to LA and we were like, oh, we should get dinner, whatever. So we went to sushi with them and we had so much fun. And then they were only there for like one more night or something, and they had plans the next night or whatever. And then they texted us and they were like, hey, we actually are gonna cancel our plans tonight. Like, do you guys want to hang out again? And we were like, oh my god, no way, like come over. So they came over to our house, our little industrial loft, if you guys remember. That was an epic spot. And that's when we like made TikToks, we made dinner, we hung out, and then we started seeing them like more regularly. We would go on trips and stuff, but we've never lived like in the same place, so we don't get to see them like a ton, but we adore them. They're so great. And then
Joe and Kemp.
Okay, Joe and Kemp. So Kemper and I have been following each other probably like 2017, 2018 or so, but they lived in Louisiana and we lived in California, so we never like saw each other or anything. We were just mutuals online, always loved each other's stuff, and then
revolving in the same Instagram stratosphere.
And then we were at Fashion Week again at some point. We went to a handful of Fashion Weeks in our day, so I don't know what year it was or anything.
Later, I feel like.
We ran into them at an event at Fashion Week, and we just freaked out when we saw them because we were like, oh my god, like we followed each other for so long, and like it was so cool to meet each other, and we just instantly clicked. And I think we went to dinner with them that night, maybe we just hung out with them at the event. I can't remember. But then
it was
when else?
2021.
Okay, yeah.
We were 2021. Then we were in
Florida for Molly's wedding. Yes. And Joe and Kemp were in Florida in the same area vacationing, and we saw that we were like in the same area, and we were like, oh my god, we should get together, like let's hang out. So we went to dinner with them and we had so much fun, and Kemper and I had talked a lot online before that, like we would just talk regularly in the DMs and stuff, so it was just like super fun and easy. And they ended up extending their trip that time because we had an extra room at the house that we were all staying at, and we were like, you guys can come stay. So we got to spend more time with them, get to know them even better. We were with Hunter and Julia, Drew and Molly, and then we've been on a couple of trips with Joe and Kemp as well, another friend that we've never lived in the same state or anything, so we don't get to see these people a lot, but we talk a lot and we get to spend like special time together when we go on a trip or something. It's obviously more
very extended.
Yeah. So they're amazing. We love them, and now they're in Florida where Molly is. So when we can see both of them at the same time, that's cool.
And then Jordan is Kemper's husband, who, yeah, again, kind of we just all met each other on the same time, and we just, you know, boys are boys, you know.
You guys are so silly together.
So yeah, we just are boying it.
They have fun together.
They have so much fun together.
Yeah, they're great people.
Really great friend.
Yeah,
so
they're so fun.
So lucky to have them.
And then Blake and John. We met Blake in 2021 at a wedding in Italy. So my manager got married in Italy, and Michelle, another of our friends, brought Blake, and we stayed with her, and she is so funny and she's so fun, and I loved that she came with Michelle. I was like, you're such a good friend. So we just kind of like clicked on that trip, and then she was telling us about John the whole time because we were sleeping on these beds in Italy and they were like so hard, and I had like posted on my story, I was like, oh my god, this bed is literally a rock, like what the heck, because apparently that's the Italian way. That's what a lot of people said. And then John is a Virgo, and he's like so into research and like details and all this stuff, so he, like, if you guys follow Blake and John, you know what John's like. He's so like on it. So he texted Blake and he was like, tell Delaney like that kind of bed is like actually really good for your back or whatever, I don't know, just like some information. I'm like, oh my god, that's so nice that he's like saying that or whatever. So we're like, he seems so nice, like we need to all get together when we get back home, have dinner or whatever. So we did that. I don't remember what we did for the first time that
I think it was Halloween.
Was it the first time that we met John?
Yeah.
You think? needless to
We
say,
got home from that trip like October 20th or something.
yeah, probably.
After our anniversary.
Yeah,
So
probably. But we started hanging out with them a ton because they live not too far away, so we can see them a lot more. We like to do some holidays together, have some dinners. We've gone on lots of trips with them. They're so fun to be around. Really great people. We love them, and we love literally everyone in our bridal party, obviously.
Yeah.
And then JC and Leif. I've known JC or like been mutuals with her and like talked to her and stuff, and I actually went on their podcast back in 2020.
Yeah.
Probably. Was that before COVID? It had to be before COVID, huh?
No, I think it was after.
Well, I lived in Marina.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely before.
Because I don't think we would have done it like during.
Wow.
So I think I went on their podcast back in like 2019, I guess. But yeah, I've been like mutuals with JC for a long time, and then we started hanging out with them. When did we start hanging out with them?
Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I'm so bad at like years and timelines and stuff, but they are just such great people, and we are just like really close to them also in like a family way. Like it's just like when we've needed things, because they live close by too, it's like when you just like need stuff and you just be there for each other and whatever. Like they've helped us out in so many ways. Like one time we forgot my passport when we were in New York, and I needed to fly to another country, and we're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? I can't go. And then they like went on this mission impossible to get my passport to me, which was just so sweet, and we appreciate them so much. So
We got the passport to us within like 12 hours across the country.
The whole thing, that was so insane. That's another story, but that's what, like, they need help moving today. It's like, we got you. So we just have like a really sweet relationship with them, adore them. I think that's everyone in our bridal party.
I think.
I just like, there's so many
I
people.
hope.
Like when I was on my bachelorette, the whole time I just kept being like, is someone missing? Like, is everyone here? Like I needed like I felt like a mother goose that needs to make sure everybody all her children were accounted for,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm.
I needed like a roll call. So that's our bridal party. That's how we met them all. That's how we know them. We literally love, adore, appreciate every single one of the people in that.
Yeah.
So
We feel very fortunate to have met so many great friends in the latter part of our life.
Yes.
Not latter part of our life, but the more recent times of our life. It's been really nice, and we found a lot of like-minded, similar aspirations, you know, people that really blend well into our ecosystem.
yes, like it's so nice spending time with all of them, because most of them work in the industry and they're couples, and they're also really close as couples. Like we just have so much in common with them, and they've just been like great people in our lives. So shout out to our bridal party.
Shout out.
We love you.
And Rick.
And Rick. And that's it.
It's called Move.
Let's go.